Go bot.
Yeah, I see your point. All right, so we got the B spam coming out, but the last slot to the ramp is going to be finalizing over here pretty soon. York is going to be going down south with a Prospector's Blade, but we do got Rise with a tier ready to go top. No Catalyst Blade. Boots. Mercury test coming out for Gangplank. Gangplank going to be using, there we go, raise morale up and away for top. It is going to be Scion taking that bot. AD Scion already having his Enrage, and it's going to be a 4-4 split. So who's going to get up there first, Semler?
I don't know. I guess they're waiting to go ahead and use those. Really, they should just be able to beat them here because Renekton and Kale both went around the right-hand side. It's going to be about even. Look at this. Just barely getting there in time. And actually, we have a bit of a face-off now up top. Nobody really falling a victim. Although, look at that. QP Noob Cakes destroying Krogi. This is the thing with Rise. You're so squishy, but as far as I can tell, he's returning the favor. Looks like Renekton is forced out of the fight as well, and so we have a bit of a 4v4 standoff. Members low on both sides. I don't know. What do you think, FCJ?
Nobody's taking that tower yet, but it is actually climbing. Rise is picking it up, but they are going to sacrifice Jax to Teemo, although they do kill each other. Yes, we do get the tower. Tower with the Garrison saying, get out, son. This is my point. And that would have actually been a kill right there onto that Renekton had he not corkscrewed away. But oh, so very close. No ignites going down. QP Newcake, 22 hit points. And
no crit there, too bad.
Did you see that tornado?
Yeah, the tornado. A tornado.
I had no idea where that tornado was going. But look at the Scion already getting forced back to town. Took a Zeal first. But York just proving too much spam down south. And, good start. Mid or AFK taking the 3 points.
I love York's walk. He's got this, like, semi-waddle.
It's like the gorilla walk.
Yeah, he's just kind of, like, hopping along, but he looks so graceful doing it, for such a big guy. Seriously.
I think he has, like, sideways feet or something.
But this is great. Look at him. He just pushes all of his mobs up, and he's almost already half-capped to neutral on the towers. And there we go. Gets a promote off on the mob as well, and this is looking very solid for York down bot. Look at that. Already into neutral. And he has so many mobs that he might just cap it without Scion being able to do a thing about it. Yeah, he could just go ahead and push right into him at this point, and it's not even going to matter. Although we're going to go ahead and hop up top where we have a 4-on-4 standoff once again.
Those are tornadoes, so that's what Janna's really going to be known for. AP Janna is what's going to be happening. But we got Teemo coming up from behind. Exhaust going down. Teemo actually has to run back out. Janna ult pushing everyone away. Renekton grabs the kill on top of that Rise. In fact, it was actually Kale, but Renekton does go down to Jarvan. Kale is going to be picking up Jax, and that's going to be one dead Gangplank. Triple kill for Noob Cake, and they are going to take this point single-handed.
That's what I'm talking about, son. AD Kale, she's building for her Zeal right now, and she is just so brutal. She already has her boots as well, Berserker's Greaves, and granting her an additional 25% attack speed. But look at that. He can just nail anything he wants, gets those crits out there, and that is really what it is, because they left Kale completely alone. Guess what? She's doing a lot of damage, and she's doing AoE damage on top of it all. So if you leave her be, that is not the right strategy to go by.
You've been watching this too, eh? Yorick just keeping this point permanently neutral. The points actually haven't even moved. I mean, it's been 2 apiece. Now we got 3. That Yorick doing a great job for mid or AFK, keeping that point. But now it's going to be a race to the top. But we are going to have some Teemo mushrooms to deal with. Little astronaut Teemo throwing down them satellites. But it is going to be 4-on-3 up here because Renekton was not there. He is making his way up here. He's going to hit that speed boost. But I don't think mid or AFK really capitalized what they needed to there.
No, I'm going to go ahead and take a glance down here real quick to see what
Yorick
is up to.
Rise! Oh, gets melted. AP Janna with Storm buff, man. Like, she melted that Rise.
What is she building right now? So she does have her Prospector's ring.
She hasn't gone back to town yet.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, she's still a little bit light. I'm just checking out Yorick and Scion real quick down bot. Looks like about even.
Scion double Zeal.
Double Zeal, interesting.
No boots, just double Zeal.
Okay, I see what they're doing. They're going to change off the face-off strategy here, just try and make their way down. It looks like Jax is going to go ahead and pick up his Storm buff. And what is Jarvan doing? Jarvan is looking for the gank, and Teemo might just walk into it. Oh, no, he's just barely going to go off. Good choice by Teemo there, picking up the speed boost. It looks like they're going to come down here and support Scion, who is getting pushed back to the point.
Oh, Jax does find that Teemo, jumps on top of him, has the Storm buff, but we did get a satellite down, and Jax being very wary of that. Scion is going to get the stun off onto Yorick, but Yorick is going to have to use that shield of his. Jax going to come in for the kill and the stun, but Yorick's ghoul is going down. And no, Jax left to fend for himself, 4 versus 1, but the strategy has worked because check out top. It is going to go to mid or AFK's favor.
And that's all that it's all about, man. That is why you do not fight in the forest. I've said it time and time again. You don't fight in the forest because what are you doing? You're leaving your points unattended. And that was just straight up boss play from mid or AFK.
I don't know how Jax lived through that, but
seriously,
hey, they got their 3 points. It's going to be good for mid or AFK. All they got to do is defend. Definitely does not look like it's shaping up to be a stomp, which is excellent for us.
Yeah, it's a very even fight so far, absolutely. And this, this is it. They fought in forest, they went engaged, they left windmill completely unattended. Guess what happened? Boom, we got 2 guys up top grabbing that, and promote going out onto a mob. Okay, so this could get nasty pretty fast as their mob wave, their creep wave is making its way up, although Rise is here to back them up. So it looks like 4v3 for the time being, seeing as how we have Jackson Yorick bot, but let's go ahead and catch a bit of this action here.
Oh, jeez.
What a great ult from Pantheon.
Look at that Gangplank ult as well, keeping everyone right off that tower, but
Not Pantheon,
2 kills.
Gangplank.
Did I say Pantheon?
No, I said Pantheon. I was like, Pantheon. Wait, Gangplank.
Yeah, okay. Well, Gangplank all doing good work. 2 kills for Jarvan and a very well-defended point up here at top. And Yorick doing work down south with Jax. Picks up the 4 cap. And right now, it is going to be Queen Pain's game to lose as Kale, no ultimate coming out of her. She goes down to Rise. And hear that cheer, man? That's not for us, but it's a good cheer.
That was good timing. That was like perfect timing. Meant to be. Oh, I like this cheeky little satellite going down on the speed buff. Speed buff from Teemo.
That's
is
exactly
nice.
what you want to do.
Fierce
Shaco
koala.
boxes on top of speed buffs, on top of health buffs. It's even worse on health buffs because you get nothing out of it.
Yeah, exactly. Just negate it completely, but now it's very dirty. I like that. It's going to be keeping a little bit of an eye back here, so there's a little bit of vision. Make sure there's no surprises for them waiting. Seeing as how we do have Yorick keeping Sion pretty much boxed into his spawn, although Yorick is might be forced off at this point. They did have the 4 cap for quite some time, though, so, I mean, they already have a significant lead, about 100 points. But we're going to go ahead and get back up top. It looks like there's some action here as Kale was able to get a little bit of a love tap onto Jarvan, but not going to go to too much.
Yeah, she's going for that Triforce.
Oh!
Big damage from
Rise!
Everyone clumped up that ultimate, doing work, and now Exhaust onto Renekton. He's going to go down. Janna not looking so good. She gets parlayed in the face, and now Teemo, cute little... Whoa! What happened there? Lots of death, as it looks like Teemo was able to grab a kill onto the Jax. Kale is still here for some reason, but she's about to go down.
Yeah,
Jarvan actually getting...
Oh, there it is. Nice play. But that was, Rise that was like his wet dream come true, dude. I mean, that could have been so perfect. They were all stacked up right perfect on top of each other. Nowhere to go. He couldn't have asked for a better situation to get his ultimate off.
Now, that was 4-on-4 up top. Yorick, however, still defending this point
bot.
by himself. Took out Sion for that ace.
No, oh, really did.
That's how we got an ace out of it.
That is disgusting, Sion. Sion, you're letting me down, bro. Come on. Although Jax does find that mushroom. Yeah, Teemo's giggling to himself. As they're going to make their way back up top, it looks like Gangplank is there to clean up the mobs. So actually, that was not too bad for the mobs as far as they're concerned. They got about halfway down on that turret. That is a very good situation for the cuties. No.
Cuties?
What the hell? Queen Peeps. That's
Queen
right. Peeps. I just got to think Easter. Peeps.
They're so cute.
Delicious. But Peeps. That's right. QP.
Now, in terms of items, I mean, wow, Teemo has Frozen Mallet, and this is one gigantic Jarvan who has himself a Warmogs at this point. So he's been doing well for himself. Janna, AP Janna, throwing down some of that damage. Look at that big, needlessly large rod. However, she seems to be a little bit behind in the farm. Jarvan with
That's it, buddy!
Oh, they get knocked out by the Janna ult and just such low hit points. That's going to be a kill. Renekton running for his life. The flash parlay, not going to be enough. But Noob Cake is unfortunately going to be going down. Teemo running for his life as well. Mid or AFK looking super strong this game. And again, down south, Yorick has not left his lane whatsoever. Has a Warmogs, and despite the double Zeal lifesteal coming out from Sion, he's still losing this pretty hard.
I'm loving this style of play out of these guys, man. Mid or AFK, they are definitely contenders for the top of this tournament. This is going to be so sick, seeing them go up against the future teams as already Rise once again nukes Kale not even standing a chance, just got obliterated. And Janna, what are you still doing here, sweetheart? Yeah, that is going to be the end of her. She gets out. No parlay.
No parlay.
So, but I mean, that resulted in what? What a 4 cap.
4 cap and 2 heroes down south defending bot against Yorick. I mean, that was a 4-on-3, straight up killing them right now. Mid or AFK looking really good. It's funny, there's no mid in this map, so
Yeah.
they're not AFK, so they must be AFK.
And
but
good interrupt there. Jarvan doing his job, trying to buy some time, but it's really perfect play by him. It's just going to give them enough time to maybe deny here as Janna and Timo are going to work on this Jarvan. We do have Jax, Gangplank, and Rise making their way top, and they will be there in time to be able to defend the point. So this is working out beautifully for mid or AFK.
Right, Banner's on out, but Timo with that frozen mallet.
Whoa, look at the damage.
Pew, pew, pew.
Rise, this
Gets
is what
melted.
I'm talking about, son.
Now we do got Yorick versus Renekton down south. It does look like Sion is trying giving up on that body, wants to go more for fertile grounds. Has picked up a BF sword, looking for that crit. And at this point, it is going to be KO picking up the Storm. And, I mean, they're still getting 3 capped at this point. Very strong
note here.
mid or AFK.
Jarvan is present, though. Jarvan sees it.
Oh, Jarvan sees the ninja coming in. Gonna banner in with the spam. Gonna go right back to his tower. Tower is gonna do damage. We got the Garrison going down with the ultimate. He is trapped. His lifesteal not really hurting that much against this Warmog with Chain Vest. He almost got that Atmug's going, but death and destruction going down into all the points.
Stay on point, Yorick. Just stay on point. Had you been able to stick there, you might have been able to survive that. Kale and Renekton both on top, capping bottom left right now, and it looks like Sion is going to be taking the windmill. This is very dangerous. Can Jax get there in time to interrupt it? It's going to be so close.
Oh!
And he barely makes it. Sion now has to go toe-to-toe. He's going to get his stun off, but that is ideal. It looks like Jack is going to have a time of his life with Gangplank there with the parlay. Boom. Son. And hopping over right real quick, it looks like, Rise. Will he make it? Yes, he does with the help of the tower. And Jenna, you need to get out. That is not where you want to be at this point.
Shields up.
Shields up, but tower is not going to make it. And there we go. Pew. Is right. I like the sound effects. Pew. Pew.
Yeah, we do got KO taking some big damage from this Jarvan. He's going to go off on there. I hear lots of shouting in and around the place, but Renekton is going down. This cap is going to go back to mid or AFK, and that means they're going to go back to 4 capping like nobody's business.
Nobody's business is right. Look at this, 404 to 80 points. The life lead is massive at this point. They could hold on to 3 and cap easily, so it looks like very well played by Gangplank. Going to make his way back up top. Kale is actually trying to ninja it, and Kale has no HP. That is not the right play, Kale. You're just going to be, could be one shot right here. One solid parlay crit could be it.
She goes in for it. She does the heal, goes off with the nuke, but the exhaust is
there's the ult.
We just don't care.
There's the ult.
We just don't care. Almost taking her down. Oh, no, it was Timo that took her down.
And that's what we were talking about with Kale. You get that ult and you can turn situations around, but I mean, Jarvan and Rise just going to work.
Look at the lifesteal go to work here on Sion. It's not enough to keep him up, but he really did do a lot of damage right there. They were able to neutral the point, but it does look like mid or AFK coming back with a mighty, mighty big Jarvan who almost has that Atmogs, and with that Storm, he's just unstoppable. And York, like a boss, pushing that bottom lane.
Yeah, he's pretty much just negated any kind of pressure they had bottom lane.
They've had
He is
zero
just consistently,
pressure bottom lane.
yeah, he's just consistently pushing it up here and making sure that it doesn't get too high, and even going so far as to make it neutral. So there's no point gain whatsoever for the Queen Peeps.
Now we do got some spam going up here. Rise with the ultimate,
Rise.
going for it. But Sion is up. Now he gets jumped up on by Jax. Has to run away. Kale now looking so good. We got the ultimate from
Runs
Jenna,
out of it.
trying to do some of those heals, but I think she's just going to die instead.
Yeah, Rise is this monster now. This is what we're talking about. Late game Rise just turns into this force of nature, as you see there. I mean, him and Jax both together, that is insane burst pressure. Just so difficult to deal with that. And, I mean, look at this. They're going to cap the right. They're going to cap the drill. And now Gangplank is actually making his way bot. Sion's going to have something to say about it, though. He's running up. Can his stubby little legs make it? He's pumping him so hard. Where's his stun? His stun isn't going to connect. Okay, so he's just forcing him off the point, and then we have a 3-on-3 engagement happening far
Look at
far
this
right.
bait. Pro bait on that Jax. Just running around. They pick up 2 kills. About to pick up a third. There's the ultimate there from Kale, but she is going to use it to retreat. And AP Janet is able to get the kill onto Jax, but she does die in the process. We only got 9 tickets left, and it's a 4 count, so this will be good game. Well played, ladies and gentlemen, for mid or AFK to move on in the winner's bracket. We're going to have Queen Peeps duck down to the losers.
Pretty much raped.
And I'm just looking over there right now. It does look like the losers bracket will be starting out momentarily, which is going to be great news for them because everyone's just kind of waiting around. Beto Bear's getting his eye full of all the hotties.
He's loving it, man. I'm actually going to start walking around with Pedo Bear on my shoulders. This guy's badass.
There was a guy at PAX actually dressed up as Pedo Bear, and there's a girl that dressed up as Annie.
Yeah,
so
man.
It's like, have you seen my Tibbers? Like, yep, right there.
Perfect, man. Perfect. All right.
I don't know what Crayon was doing there, but she just ran at us death speed right there.
I don't know. But, guys, thanks. I mean, that was an excellent match. They're definitely getting closer, even though like this was really just the beginning, and then it kind of like MoA figured out what they had to do and executed perfectly, and then it was just like, okay, well, we can kind of just keep doing what we're doing, and we win, basically. 390.
Now, look at this Yorick. 2-1-2, lowest on his team, but they had the security of that bottom lane. They knew
they never had to worry about
point. Yorick had that bottom lane, no problem.
Yeah. That's the beauty of Yorick. That's what we've seen time and time again. You know, they get that solid bottom lane, and now they don't have to worry about any kind of pressure coming down to their bot left.
He still had more points than the entire other team. But 10-4 for Rise. Again, Rise showing himself to be a worthy competitor here in Dominion. And yeah, this is long-range nukes. They scale off of mana, and of course, you know, he tanks up very nicely into that late game. He's doing work.
And his positioning, actually, you know, from MoA Krogi was very nice. You know, he wasn't getting caught out too often. He was avoiding the forest. He was really looking for those team fights of occasions, and he found them. I mean, that when they first were able to take windmill control, boom, you know, he just blew up the entire team with his ultimate. It was disgusting. So much damage coming out from this Rise. So, I mean, these guys are definitely showing that they deserve to be here, and I think they're going to have a good shot at the top if they keep being, you know, finding the way to adjust in each and every situation like this. That's all they need to do. You just need to find the solution in each of these problems, which is, at first, everything wasn't going their way.
Yep.
They found the right thing that worked. They kept executing.
Yep.
Carried it through to the end.
Yep.
390 is what they finished with. Oh, Subson, you took 110 points off of us. Big deal.
You
know?
Who cares? Right, so we got Nerf Brickyard and Midder AFK. They were both going to be advancing. Up next, we do got Dominionate versus Way Bigger. We did see Way Bigger in the first match. They did have some fantastic Heimer play. Hopefully, we're going to get to see that Heimer play, but we are going to bring that up probably within the next 15 minutes, guys. We're going to get the teams are rolling, but we are here at Devastation, Forecourt Jester, similar to the Riot, here on the Dominion stream. So go tell your friends, and I think we are going to have a drink and a smoke, right?
I think so, yes.
All right, cool. We'll see you then in 15 minutes.
Don't go anywhere.